What can you say about these two harps that I got here? These two. Well, back when I first started playing the harp, I made this half-baked comparison video. And it has like 2,000 views, and I don't want that to be something people go to when they see my channel and think that's a representation of my playing where it is now, because it's not even in the realm. I had just picked up the harp and I made that comparison, and it might have been humorous or whatever, and that's fine, but YouTube has this section called popular uploads, and those are the ones that in the Jimmy Dean, when I first learned it, see, there's things I've revised them, and not all the revisions took off like the first ones. But nevertheless, this was inspired by the guitar version comparison that I did, the Gibson versus the Martin, which was much more visual. You could see the guitars instantly changing, especially the black versus the natural. Where this is, it's covered, and plus, when I did the guitar comparison, I put a whole new lighting in here because the visuals were more important with that. Same room, but I brought out a different light, rather than just this plain light bulb, which is it gives a different vibe anyway. Just put it that way. But where was I going with that? Got the hohner because it was inspired by that guitar video when I said I want to do a more refined approach to that hohner crossover versus special 20. I want to actually do like the same quality I did with the guitar, which means playing material that I'm real familiar with and playing it exactly the same way right after the next with really purposeful editing, and make another version of that type of video. Because I did it for the guitar, might as well do it for the harp. And even though it's way different scale, I mean, you can't even compare the two because the investment and the harps, these are two keys of C. I mean, guitar, you're getting into body shape and tone wood, and even though the guitar comparison I did was with the same tone woods, however, different fretboard and different bridge materials and different. I mean, you're talking Martin versus Gibson, so that's a whole other story. But that's what I was going for was, and I still really like that. And you know what's the funny story about that guy who left the comment on the video? He removed his comments. This guy, I'm not even gonna say his name, but this guy reached out and he left 2 comments. He said, "I'm looking forward to this video. Finally, someone made this. I'm gonna put headphones on. Thanks for making this." That was the first comment, and then he wrote another one underneath saying he preferred the Gibson, and then I went back and forth with him a little bit. And he said, "By the way, are you on Instagram?" And then next thing you know, I was flooded with messages from this guy and he sent me all these audio clips of him playing. And it's like, when you first meet somebody that you didn't even meet them really, you don't want to bombard them with too much, man. And this guy bombarded me, and he told me, and he has a face only a mother could love. And he turned on me, so I don't mind saying it. And that's why I'm going to make a separate video saying I do not check Facebook notifications, just so you know. Because I don't do these sort of friendships that just dissolve because you're investing time into conversations that are so... you'll never see these people, and it gets real filthy. I'm not checking this to see what your opinion is on this or that. No, I'm going to use it as a tool, and I'm going to keep even refining it more and more. Just more and more like a tool, because there's only tools on there, for the most part. What does this have to do with Hohner versus Special 20? Or Hohner crossover versus Hohner Special 20? It has to do with the notion that this was inspired by the guitar video that I made similar to this. However, guitar is completely different. But when I made the guitar video, this guy reached out on it. I'm not going to get into why he deleted his comments. We had a disagreement about the deadly plague that's ravaged the land. And he said he was also mentally had a problem, so I'll give him mentally slow. However, he was writing at the speed of light and sending me these intricate playing, so he could play the guitar really pretty decent. But and every time, I wanted to say this, every time he ended playing something, he'd go with this stupid little laugh. I was getting sick of that. I won't miss that. He would play something, and then end it. After the first couple of times, like, all right, and then I realized every single time, let me play, let me send this to a complete stranger. And he wasn't like he was quick to write paragraphs and send me pictures. And man, that's the thing, you get overwhelmed with this stuff. And then they turn on you as soon as there's a disagreement. Oh, blocked. So I don't invest in that, man. I don't invest in that at all, even old friends or new friends. I got a little circle. My main thing is my goal and my ambitions. I couldn't care less about fools. There's just too many of them. They're outnumbered. There's only so many hours in the day for fools. And it's not my opinion. It's just the way it is, because these people, they reach out to you and ask you, are you on this platform? And then they send you these things. And the thing about it is that when you say things to them, they don't register. They're just waiting for their next chance to spout out what they want to say. They're not even really there for the conversation. They're not even there to listen. They're not speaking with the intent to listen. They're speaking with the intent, or they're listening with the intent to reply. They just want to you just want somebody to maybe think about a complete stranger, and you're already sending me pics of you and your dad. I don't know, man. So and this guy, I gave him a chance because he reached out directly on YouTube. And if you want to get a hold of me, you can reach me directly on YouTube with a comment. And of course, I'll get back on YouTube, because this is what I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to grow a Facebook. Or you can reach out on Instagram if you want to get that, like this guy did. But now he's through. He got it. I mean, he found out both of I got 4 Instagram profiles, and he found out 2 of them. And he's gone from both. So it's like a loony world, and you got to be selective with your time and your effort, because especially Facebook, even if you're dealing with real life people, sometimes you're better off not seeing them in that light. Sometimes, I don't know. Maybe some people are better off not seeing me in that light, because some of those old photos are, let's just say, Face app is involved, put it that way. But yeah, let's talk about the Hohner crossover versus Special 20 just for a second. 2 Hohner harps, both key of C. The Hohner Special 20 here in my right hand. Special crossover in my left hand. The Special 20 immediately feels fatter, just bigger, but it also feels lighter and cheaper, like there's less to it. It feels bigger but cheaper. It feels bigger but almost more hollow. And also, it's a slightly different thing going on with the cover plates here, because this ain't great lighting. I can try to describe it for you. It's not, because then the crossover is kind of, it's flat, and then it goes up to this kind of sharp angle here, but it doesn't go up much higher than that. It's kind of like this shape. Whereas this, it's kind of like that too, but it's mellow. It's much more of a mellow. It's just way flatter, basically. It's a flatter design. Bigger and, flatter, but it's got less of a curve to it. But actually, the crossover itself sits flatter. The crossover is closer to the classic Marine Van Ice than this. And I like a good Special 20. I use them all the time. And that was mainly a sonic comparison. This will probably be a part 2, but I wanted to upload because I've been working hard. I've been working a lot more than I expected, and I'm not necessarily excited about this weekend where I got some heavy stuff going on with this job. Long hours, and I gotta find out if that's going to continue on Saturday and Sunday, because yeah, money's something, and the guy today was saying, yeah, money, is better than health or something. I don't know. He's kind of know-it-all character. You meet him in real life too. And he's a good dude, but he's got all the answers. Kind of one of those characters. He's got all the answers. No matter what you say, He's an expert on it. Something he's never done before. I don't know where I forgot where I was going with that. But I have a whole set of special 20s right here. This is the case that special 20s came in. And and it had 2 extra spaces, so since then I've stuck my Marine Man 1896 model B flat, and the same thing with the F Marine Man model 1896 F harp in the same case with the special 20 set, which contains the C. This is from Amazon actually, and I don't really buy it from Amazon. D, C, D. I got a good price on this. A harp, the G. I use these all the time, man. This is a comparison of what you saw between the C, so I'm not going to dilute that by noodling, but E, and the E is what you need if you want to play that Jimmy Dean. So I got this nice case of special 20s. Now, the Hohner crossover is the one I started with. I ordered this from Sweetwater I say way back. I only started playing music in 2017, but I ordered it as just a kind of people say I bought this on a whim, and they'll buy a $5,000 Martin. But no, I bought this on a whim before I even knew how to play on a Sweetwater site. And it wasn't up until around the time, the whole, I'm not even gonna say it, things went haywire with the world, where I really kind of started picking it up, I guess. It was around that time, 2018 maybe, around 2018, 2019. Because now we're 2022, so wow, time flies. But I'm not a type of person that's been playing the harp for decades or even 5 years yet. But guitar, we hit 5 years in July. We're going to hit 5 years in July. And so that's why I model my playing after people a lot better than me. Some guy commented today and he said, I'm not theoretical and I've never improved and I only know 10 songs. I'm not super theoretical yet, but if you mimic the really good players, or even if you mimic records, you go back over and over, because the more time that goes by, the more diluted your playing gets when you're playing popular songs or songs it's just, and after a while, you're just playing a mutation of this, and that's okay. But sometimes you go back and you say, oh, wait a minute, I'm missing this element, I'm missing that element, and that's how you get into the woodshed, basically, so to speak. And I did that today with about however many clips I put together. I'm not going to go crazy with this because I can do a part 2. Yeah, I'm going to do a part 2 on it. I said actually some good things that I wanted to say. I got the camera rolling when the thoughts were flowing. But I'll put this video together tonight. See if there's anything else to say. Do they both have the same design on the back? Looks like they both have the exact same design on the back. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's the same. It's just spread out. Looks like it's the same design. Which do I like better? Because I have the 2 C harps, and then the set, like I told you here. I guess that's all my harps here. How many harps do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 altogether. Is that right? Because I have the 2 C harps, sometimes I'll choose to play the special 20 over the crossover. Sometimes I'll choose the crossover over the special 20. Like if I was playing, and then it could go either way, but so like I say I was playing Love Me Do by the Beatles, I might like the sound of the crossover. But say I was playing like the YouTube blues that I've done before, and I was just kind of jamming out with the 2-hole draw, I might want the special 20. So it's situational. It's and that's why I made that video. Maybe that's why it's a hit, because even though I couldn't play back then, but the premise of it was because not many people, I think, have 2 harps of the same key that are both kind of the popular harps. Why would you have to? It's because I had this to start with from Sweetwater, and then I bought the set of special 20s later, which included the C, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But I'm not going to go around buying duplicates and all this and that. And the other thing I made the shorts on is this case is awesome. But unfortunately, this is a crossover case. But unfortunately, the special tooling doesn't fit in here. It just doesn't, there's no sense in trying to force it. And I was also wondering if the Marine Band Model 1896 fits in the crossover case. Let's find out. It doesn't fit that good. It fits okay. So technically, if I wanted to bring this to work and play on a different harp than the C harp all the time, I could do that, which is something I might do. But for now, I'm keeping the original case. I got quite the repertoire on the C harp by now. So I'm gonna cancel this so that the video has a chance to load. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it upload while I sleep. Add the filter so that it processes. So I don't have to wait till the morning to upload the next morning. And when you add the processing filter, it takes longer to do the processing, and so then it won't go live as soon. And then when I get up, I will probably share that one on social media because it's a video I wanted to make, and it's probably only part 1. We'll have to find out. So subscribe, share, and let me know what you think. Which harp do you like better? Because I'm a hohner guy. When I like something, I stick to it, man. As you can tell, it's fairly similar. You can tell the crossover by the wooden comb, bamboo. Let me know your thoughts.